Hello guys, how you doing today? Today I have for you guys the top 11 best counters to Kuzan. EX Kuzan, because EX Kuzan just came out and I know you guys do like my counter videos. Who are the best counters? I've only done one other counter video if I'm being honest. One technical other counter video if I'm being honest, and that was Gear 5. And the only other one that I really consider a counter video is the one where I have Roger on the thumbnail. I'll put it on the screen. I have Roger on the thumbnail, and it's basically just runner counters, but that's not really counters to Roger. It's just runner counters in general. You know, counters to the meta that not a lot of people play and not a lot of people think to play. So, yeah. Enough explaining what we're doing today. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, please like, subscribe, and we'll get right into it right now. And our first person on the list is Blackbeard at number 11, Marshall D. Teach. And the reason why I have Marshall D. Teach at number 11, people are going to ask, people are going to be like, okay, inside the comments, they're going to be like, okay, why is Teach here though? Like, he's not really even playable inside the meta. Why is he even here? Okay, I will give my explanation right here, right now. The only reason Teach is in here is because he does a lot of damage to power users. As you can see, 200 damage increase to power users on. It should be both his skills, but apparently it's only that skill. But yeah, on Black Vortex, he does increase damage to power users. And the second reason I have him at number 11 is because I also think that the new EX that will come out for 6 Annie is Blackbeard. So, yes, Blackbeard at number 11, not too bad. I feel like Blackbeard is a pretty good counter to Kuzan, and this is a deserving spot. And next person on the list, guys, is another Blackbeard's pirate, Sheru. Sheru is here at number 10 because Sheru, he actually has the trait to nullify 1 HP trait. So any funky 1 HP, oh yeah, Kuzan is gonna have 1 HP left, he actually nullifies that. So, like, if you hit him with one of your skills or basic attacks, he's not going to get 1 HP left. He's going to die. So, yeah. And also, one-on-one. So, if you're fighting Kuzan, one-on-one. He's also red, by the way. So, he also has a lot of attack crease to green units, which is a good advantage. You're going to probably see a trend with green and red units on this list because, you know, those are the main counters to green units, their own color and the color that's strong against him. But anyways, he also reduces a lot of skill on cooldown, and that's basically his bread and butter for real, because it's a teleport skill. So basically, you use it, teleport skill, boom, kill Kuzan. Like, he can't really do anything. This is also a teleport skill, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he has 2 teleport skills, and I really don't have much to say about Sheru besides, like, he is an old unit, so, like, he's also not really usable inside the meta right now, which is why he is number 10. Hopefully, whenever Blackbeard comes out, we actually get a Sheru Bounty Fest. That's why he's also at number 10. Okay. Now, next to number 9. Arbaki Green Bull. So, Green Bull is at number 9, and you might, I feel like some people inside the comments might be like, hey, Green Bull should maybe be at 5, 4, maybe, but it just depends, but I don't know. But anyways, let's get into why he's at number 9. So, he's at number 9 because of this skill right here. It does increased damage to defenders, but it also does 50% of the max HP, and then you hit him with this, and then they're dead. You know, Kuzan, dead, boom. But, if I'm being honest, this is why he's at number 9, because he can be knocked back, but not only that, he gets status affected on the flag. So, it might be like, okay, so here's the deal. It might be easy to capture the flag, but it's not easy to keep the flag. And also, one-on-one with Kuzan, if you're gonna play Aramaki, it's not an easy fight because he has Ice Ball trait. And even though Aramaki has a lot of damage reduction, he will eventually kill you. He will eventually kill you. So yeah, those are the main reasons why I have Green Bull so low on the list. If you guys have any comments about that, like if you guys are like, okay, I thought Green Bull was a little bit better inside the meta or anything like that. It's not that he's bad inside the meta. Here's the deal. Green Bull has just fallen off because there's so many status effect users inside the meta, and also S-Snake basically counters him, and it doesn't make sense because she's a blue unit, and green units are supposed to be strong against blue units, but S-Snake is basically a counter. And that's all I really have to say about Green Bull. His traits, he has a lot of damage reduction. As I said, he recovers a lot of HP. Whenever he's down, they're knocked back. But the only problem with Green Bull is he gets a lot of status effect. So you have to be careful about that. He can also capture the flag while an enemy is on the flag. So that is also a plus while using Green Bull. But I can't in my heart put him higher than number 9. It's sad. It's really sad because he was a really interesting unit whenever he first came out. It's really sad to see how he fell off. But let's go on to number 8. And at number 8, we have not King of the Pirates, but man who dreams of becoming King of the Pirates, Monkey D. Luffy. And guys, I didn't record it, but I did pull this Luffy on that Kid and Law banner. I will put it up on screen if I find a screenshot of it. I will put it up on screen. But I did pull him on the guaranteed EX Claw King Yamato banner, and I also pulled Kaido, and I was hoping he got a buff. This guy right here, but unfortunately, it's whatever. But he is kind of a counter to Kuzan, and I will explain why. So this guy right here, inside of both of his states, he has his skill 1, which is invincible, normal, invincible, and skill 2, invincible, and then he has this, which isn't invincible, that just transforms him back, and then he has this, which is also not invincible. But this is the skill that we really want to push. Okay? So this right here, this skill, and also the Bound Man skill, Organ Gun, they both, I don't know if they both, but at least whenever I used Organ Gun, and this was it wasn't a fixed battle, but it was in League, I was like level 60, but I used my Organ Gun, and I was cooking Kuzan's shield. I don't know about you, but if I'm cooking Kuzan's shield, that's pretty good to me. But here's the deal with EX Luffy, why he's not higher, okay? EX Luffy isn't higher because he only removes status effects when receiving damage, when receiving percentage damage, he nullifies them. And also, is it his trait? Is it this? Yeah. Whenever he's a 100% or more health, he also nullifies status effects inflicted. Which, it's good, but it's Luffy, you know what I mean? Like, whenever you play an EX Luffy, I don't feel like you're really thinking like, oh yeah, he's gonna get status affected and he's just gonna die, like not almost instantly, but he's gonna die eventually. But I don't think I have much more to say. He does reduce damage from attackers, so that's why he's decent against Kuzan, and he also has a little bit more damage increase and damage reduction. No, I thought he had a little bit more damage reduction. Is there not damage reduction? I guess not. But he has a 30% damage reduction, and if you have some good metals, you could bring that up to like 80%. So 80% damage reduction plus his invincible skills plus his skills that ignore defense. Let me just check. Do they both ignore defense? This one does not. This one does. Okay. But yeah, that's all for EX Luffy. I can't really put him higher than this because he needs a buff. He needs a buff. He needs a... And now we have the man himself, the king of the beasts, Kaido. Kaido as a runner, as a pure runner, he is okay right now. He is okay. And the reason being is because other Kaidos counter Kaido because he doesn't nullify recovery block, which is just why. You know, like in that sense I never understood, because you inflict recovery block, but you don't nullify status effect or even nullify recovery block, so it's just like, what, in my opinion though. But Kaido is still decent because he has a lot of damage reduction while capturing a flag, and also that recovery block, Kuzan can't nullify. He only nullifies, what is it? Status effect inflictions that keep you in place. He only nullifies those. He doesn't nullify like fixed. I keep trying to say recovery block. Oh my god. He doesn't nullify fixed status effects. He only nullifies things like freeze or things like what is it? Freeze, lightning effect, the candy effect, entrance, and just status of stun. He also nullifies stun. Just status effects that keep you in place, he nullifies. But all the status effects that just linger on you for a little bit, Kuzan does not nullify. And neither does Kaido, and that's why Kaido is numbered 8, 7, 1 to 2. I do not remember, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's the main reason why Kaido is here. He does recovery block with his basic attacks and this skill, and it's also invincible, and he also can teleport to any flag with this, and this skill does a lot of damage, and it basically one-shots anybody if you hit it. But if we're being honest, it's such an easily predictable skill, he needs a buff right now. So yeah, that's about it for Kaido. But yeah, King of the Beast Kaido. And at number 6 or 7, we have Pacifista. Not Kuma, but Pacifista. Yes, we have Pacifista at number 7, 6, whatever it is, because both his skills, they ignore obstacles, and that's a really big thing with Kuzan, because he has a wall, right? So ignore obstacles. He has a wall. Both his skills ignore obstacles. Obstacles. I don't know which pronunciation, which one you want to go for. Anyways, it ignores obstacles, and this skill ignores all damage reduction. So it will one-shot anybody in the game, literally. I promise you, I've one-shot S-Snakes with this skill. I've one-shot Kuzans. I've one-shot Garps. I've one-shot Garifobs. I've one-shot even... I'm pretty sure I've even one-shot a Shanks. It didn't even bring him down to 1 health. I think it literally just outright killed him. But anyways, the main thing about Pacifista that you really need to know is that you just need to knock down your enemy. At the end of the day, you heal, whenever you knock down your enemy, and also you gain durability from your shield. 100% recovery from your shield. And does he have damage reduction? Yeah, he does have. He has. Is that 60% damage reduction? That's insane. That's insane. But yeah, he has a little bit of damage reduction, and he does a lot of damage as well with his basic attacks and his Kizaru laser and his Pacifist explosion. But at the end of the day, he could be higher, if I'm being honest, if you want to like rearrange the next people that I have on the list. But I feel like the next people that I have on the list are just, I wouldn't even say like necessarily better, because I'd probably put them inside the same class as Pacifist, if I'm being honest. But I feel like they're just more usable inside the meta right now. And that's what matters about the list at the end of the day. If they're usable inside the meta, and also if they're a really decent character. So, speaking of characters that are next up, we have Kagura. Now, Kagura, what I have to say about Shandadadadadahadasei, you know. Indeed, I love that skill, by the way. That skill is just overpowered. Shandadadadahadasei. But all you really need to know is both his skills ignore damage reduction, which is the main reason why he's here. Like, he's probably going to one-shot you with either one of his skills. But not to mention that, this skill right here, whenever he uses this, it doesn't say it inside the description, but whenever he uses skill 2, where is it? Is it character traits? It should be in character traits, right? Yeah, after a set period of time, whenever you use skill 2, you can't be KO'd, even if KO'd by enemy. So, you're immortal for like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So, as long as there's not a Shanks on the team, you're good. You're good. For the most part, you're good. Just stack up your attack increase, let the people capture the flag, kill them. And the reason why I bring up Kagura is probably better than Pacifist is because of the damage reduction skill that hits 8 times consecutively. It breaks his shield so easily and cooks him. So, I feel like Kagura is going to be back inside the meta, if I'm being honest. I've already used him a little bit, seen it. So, I'm going off of 2 things inside this video. I'm going off of usability, I'm going off of how good they are in the meta, and one more thing, I'm going off of how good of a character they are overall. So, I feel like Kagura overall is better than Pacifista, but Pacifista has a lot more going for him because he can hit through walls without even breaking it. So, yes. That's all I have to really say about Kagura. Kagura! One of the best attackers in the game. And next on the list, we have Nolan. And you might be like, wow, his running partner is actually like because they both came out on the same scout, so his running partner is essentially better than him. Yes, actually, I wouldn't say he's better than him necessarily as just like up here killing Kuzan necessarily, but here's my reasoning for putting him here. So he has one skill that does recovery block, and it also does fixed damage. So you're gonna do 50% of Kuzan's health and recovery block him, then you're just gonna use this skill. If you don't have anybody capturing the flag, just use this skill, kill them, boom, they're dead. Also, he has a lot of damage reduction, 50%, but he also has defensive increase, just like Gear 5. You knock back an enemy, you gain defensive increase, and then once you're basically 100% defensive increase, you're basically immortal, you know? So, still pretty good defender. Not a lot of people use Nolan, obviously, because I'm pretty sure, does he get status affected? I'm not sure. I know he nullifies it while in the flag, but I'm not sure if he gets status affected outside the flag. I don't see anything about not getting status affected outside the flag. So I'm thinking he probably does get status affected outside the flag, which is why people probably don't use him that much. But aside from that, still one of the best defenders in the game, and that's why he's on the list. And the next character we have on the list is Jabra. Yeah, I don't think anybody saw this as a real surprise, given that Jabra is probably the third best attacker inside the game after Garp and Kuzan. Me personally, this is how I skill it. Garp is a better attacker than Kuzan, but Kuzan can still kill Garp. If that makes any sense. Basically, let me explain it even more thorough. I feel as though Kuzan as a pure attacker is worse than Garp, but Garp as a pure attacker is better than Kuzan. Okay? And the reason I say that is because Kuzan himself, he's not bad at attacking necessarily inside his attacker form, but he just doesn't have as many options as Garp, because Garp, he builds up attacks, he knocks them down, and then he gets Galaxy Impact. He can literally just one-shot the whole team. So Garp has more options as a attacker, but not necessarily better than Kuzan as an overall character, if that makes any sense. But yeah, Jabra is here because one reason, his attacks don't scale off of attack. They scale off of defense, and that's actually really good. Did I say his attacks? I meant to say his skills. His skills scale off of defense, not attack, which is why I run the Shanks medal set with defense, attack, defense, attack, defense, attack. What am I talking about? Health and defense, and a little bit of attack. There you go. But like honestly, Jabra is really squishy. So that's the main caveat to Jabra, unless you have his shield. His shield is really tanky, but Jabra himself isn't, if that makes any sense. So here's my example, okay? Take it like if you were to fight a Gear 5 one-on-one, right? And then you were to hit your Lupus Fall, right? Your Tempest kit, your Lupus Fall, okay? You hit that, you recover your shield, you get max defense, okay? After that, then once you have your shield, it's going to be really tanky. It's going to be really tanky having max defense, and you're going to do more damage because you have max defense. But if you lose your shield, like to Garpers or Kuzan, let's say, then it's very easy to get status affected if you're outside the flag, and it's also very easy to just outright get punished because your health is just in general not that tanky as an attacker because you're a shield character. So yeah, that's basically Jabra. All I have to really say about Jabra, to be honest. Yeah. The next character on the list, guys. Here it is. You guys already knew who it was. It's Hod Jones, alright? And you guys are probably surprised. You guys are like, oh my god, Hod Jones isn't at the top of the list. I'll tell you why, guys. Because there's somebody named Shanks inside the game. But no, for real. Here's the actual reason why Hod Jones is actually so high inside the list. Because I know people... Why the fuck does shit keep flowing? But I know that people are gonna keep commenting, because a lot of people do comment it. People are like, why do you put Hod Jones so high inside your list? Because they are devil fruit users. And look at this damage, okay? 200% plus it hits 2 times. You're one-shotting any devil fruit user with that skill. Now, here's what I will say about Hod Jones. Hod Jones does need a buff, but not that much of a buff. I've recently played him, literally on stream, and I was cooking Kuzans. He doesn't need a big buff, but he does need a buff. And what I would say is the buff that he needs make this skill go longer range. It already goes pretty far. It goes like, it says long range area attack, but it really goes like mid to long range. Okay, so make it go longer and make it be like Jobber's skill where it hits like 8 times, and then like you'll really bring Hod Jones back inside the meta. And also make his hockey state last longer. If his hockey state lasts longer, then he'll be better. And also give him more damage reduction on the flag. Where is it? Right here. Give him more damage reduction on the flag. And yeah, you would basically have a really meta attacker without needing to have somebody like, I mean, meta attacker, meta runner. You would have like a really meta runner, in fact, because he cooks Whitebeard, he cooks EX Luffy, he cooks Gear 5, he cooks Kaido, he cooks Jobber, he cooks every Devil Fruit user. I don't need to list all of them, but he cooks every Devil Fruit user in the game, including Rob Lucci. I know people are gonna be like, Rob Lucci, but Rob Lucci, he does multi attack. I cook Rob Lucci with Hod Jones too. And I know, as you guys can see, top 1 Hod Jones before. But yeah, like Hod Jones, he's not mid. And this is the reason why people say he's mid, okay? His basic attacks are slow. So, like, if you were to be in a one-on-one, the only real way to fight is if you have Hockey State. Because his basic attacks are slow. And also, people say that Hod Jones is mid because this skill, they basically wasted potential because that skill is wasting, like, he could have had something as a runner like Marco, where it's like a knockback skill. But that criticism doesn't really make sense because, like, it's Hod Jones. Energy steroid was like his whole thing, you know. So I will take it with a grain of salt. But the main thing is he does a lot of damage increase to power users, and that's why he's so high inside the list. But I can't really put him any higher than any other character that I have on the list because every other character literally does either like a status effect that just cooks Kuzan, or they're just that good. They're just that broken, you know. I can't really explain it further than that. They're just that broken. Okay. So next character we have is Ace and Yamato. Ace and Yamato, a red attacker. They do a lot of damage just in general, basic attacks, all that. They have a lot of damage reduction actually as attackers. Ace in particular has a lot of damage reduction. If we look at his traits, he reduces damage reduction to somebody that's inflicted with a flame, and he also does increased damage to somebody with reflame, and then somebody who has 90% more health. Yeah, so whenever he has 90% more health, he also has more damage reduction, and whenever attacking enemy who has perimeter, reduce 30%. So a lot of damage reduction with Ace is just, you know, insane for an attacker, you know. It's just insane. But also Yamato, so she nullifies Ice Ball, which is why she's here. Every Yamato is immune to Freeze, Ice Ball, and Frostbite. So, you know, because she's an ice character. Not a lot of people know that. She's not a fire character like people think. She is a ice wolf. Yeah. But, she does increase damage to Animal Kingdom Pirates, which was really good whenever she first came out, because I'm pretty sure Kaido was like the best runner out whenever she dropped, I think so. Kaido was like the best runner out. And then Ace is good against Kuzan, probably more so because of his skill 2. But I do like Yamato's skills as well to use her, because This doesn't go through objects. That's crazy. But it ignores damage reduction, and this one also. Oh, it doesn't ignore damage reduction. That's crazy. Well, it's a teleport skill, and it's invincible. What can you not like about Ace and Yamato whenever you have a teleport skill? You know what only Yamato, but you know it's fine. At the end of the day, I don't think anybody's like, oh my god, we only get a teleport skill with one of the characters on a dual EX. You know, but yeah, Ace and Yamato, not at number one, but still really good. Now, we're in the top two. Robert Gucci, as some people like to call him, because he's wearing the Gucci fit, the Gucci coat, the Gucci jacket. You know, yeah, Robert Gucci. The main reason why he's here is because, let me go to his awakened form. He does claw effect for a long time, and he can't. Kuzan, I shouldn't just say he. Kuzan can't use any basic attacks. So, you know, 25 seconds, I can't use my basic attack. Oh no, I might die. Maybe one of my skills can come back, but it's gonna be pretty hard. You might die. Because it's Robert Lucci. Rakugan. But yeah, he does fixed damage in both his skills actually. Skill 1, fixed damage, and also Rakugan, fixed damage of 5,000 plus an extra like 10,000 because it ignores damage reduction, and it does 589 skill power. So you know you're basically dead if you get hit by that, unless you're max HP. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Rob Lucci because he's a runner and like he's really meant to cap flags, so like he gets a lot of damage reduction on flags. And besides that, like I would just fight Kuzan with my attacker form personally if I had Lucci. But yeah, I don't really have anything to say about Robert Lucci. He's not really terrible inside the meta. He's still very meta, and I feel like he will be meta for a long time because of that clawed effect. And Bandai is just gonna keep releasing characters that they know are gonna get countered by Lucci with hold normal attack, but it's okay. It's okay. Robert Lucci, everyone. That's Robert Lucci. Throw away that mask, yeah. And you guys might be surprised with this pick right here. You guys are probably gonna be like, "Where's Garp on this list?" I don't really count Garp as a counter necessarily because they're kind of like they kind of go back and forth. So I wouldn't really call it like, oh yeah, Garp is a counter because like they kind of counter each other. They kind of balance out the meta. You know, they balance it out. So I wouldn't really call him a counter. And also Kuzan, if he has max defense, literally tanks Galaxy Impact. So you know. But the reason why Shanks is here, he has this broken, stupid skill right here that ignores objects, ignores damage reduction, and does recovery block for 45 seconds. Why does it do recovery block for 45 seconds? And like you're literally recovery block for literally a minute. It does 500 skill damage, so literally like 80% of your health. I don't know. Bandai made him stupidly broken because they love EX Shanks. I don't know. Really, we do know why. He was really meant to be an attacker, but they gave him runner traits. They gave an attacker runner traits, basically. But he also has this skill, which if he uses any of his skill 2s, they are invincible. If you did not know, they are invincible. If he uses any of his skill 2s, he will kill anybody if they're below 30% health. Which is very good, but at the end of the day, I don't like the fact that they Sucked Shanks off that much where they literally made him the only EX with that trait. Like, it would make sense if you gave, like, let's say, like, Gear 5 that trait with Bajrang Gun. Oh, yeah. If they have 30% health or less, they just get one shot by Bajrang Gun because, like, he was fighting Kaido or something like that. Then, like, it'd be respectable. But consistency is not really everything with Bandai, because you see how they released Rob Gucci, then they released S-Snake out of nowhere. Everybody was like, oh yeah, it's going to be Kizaru, but Kizaru isn't animated, but that's fine, because they released Fleet Admiral Akainu before. So, like, they're fine with releasing manga characters. And you guys aren't wrong with that, but at the end of the day, I feel like he should have never had that trait to begin with. And also, I feel like Kizaru should have came out. I feel like S-Snake should have never gotten EX, if I'm being honest. But anyways, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this analysis of Kuzan counters. And if you did like the video, subscribe. This was a pretty fun video. I always love making these videos, these counter videos, but I don't like spamming them out to you guys. So, like, just comment, you know, just comment to me. Just tell me, like, just tell me your feedback. If you guys want me to, like, make more often, or what is it? Because, like, they do get a lot of views. I'm not gonna lie, they do get a lot of views. You guys, like, spam up the counter videos. You guys love my counter videos. You guys love whenever I just break down the character, tell you everything about them, tell you what's good about them, tell you how to use them inside the meta, and also just be just blunt with it. I don't sugarcoat it and be like, oh yeah, this character is like, they're gonna like dominate inside the meta and they're gonna be the best character. No, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, if Hod Jones is not a meta character, he's not a meta character. You know what I mean? Hod Jones, right now, he actually did come back inside the meta. But I'm not saying he is a meta character. You understand? But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. I love making these style of videos. And peace out. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace. Goodbye.